Okay, so we need a little video here to let you know what it is you need to do for this graded notebook 1 assignment. So this is your first graded notebook. The other notebooks, those are exercises where you can go practice and get ready for this one. Now, I may modify the notebook that I'm going to go point to now in this video in future modules or future semesters. But conceptually, what I want you to do in completing the task and how to submit it, that's what this video is about, not the specific little details in the notebook. Okay, so you will click on this link and it will load Google Colabs for you. There are, for this specific semester, 3 tasks. Task 1, Task 2, and Task 3. It's the first graded notebook. It's a possible 112 points out of 100. You will come up here, File, and you will save a copy in Drive. You're going to get your own copy of this. This is my copy. Go get your own copy. And then when you get your copy, you will then, it'll pop up in another tab, you will have your copy to go play with. Okay. In your copy, you will connect your copy of it, much like I can go in and connect here. And then once you have your copy, you'll click this. Instead of your name here, you'll add your name. Whatever it may be. Click away. And it would then display your name there. You'll come down here for task 1 and respond to whatever it wants you to do in task 1. Here's a prompt. And here are 3 things where you're getting your points. Comments and code organization are expected to adhere to the requirements discussed in this course. I talked about how to do comments, how to organize your code structure. If you're meeting the industry standards or the requirements that I discussed in the course back in the previous module, in the lecture, in that notebook that we talked about it, boom, 10 points. If you prompted the user appropriately, got what you needed, boom, 10 points. If the output meets the expectations described here, 10 points. Same kind of things. I may have here 2 bonus points. So here's just the normal 30 points associated with it. There's an extra 2 points associated with the output. If you took the output and you formatted it, at least for this version of the assignment, as I said, it may change in future semesters. If you went through and you formatted it in a way for 2 decimal points of precision, 2 extra bonus points. Whatever the points are, whatever it's looking for, and there's some more bonus points available here. An extra 10 bonus points for this one. Okay. If you have any questions, ask. Now, how do you do the work? Well, you're going to, for task 1, write your code right here. New line, and just start typing. Comments, what is it you're going to do? Code, white space. Comments, code, white space. So you perform the work. When it's all done, now you don't have to have it all in one block of code. You can go add another block of code if you want. That's fine. You can break your code up into little code frames, and that could be your white space. You could have all your code in one, and that's fine. However you want to break it down. When you are all said and done with this, when you're done, you'll come up here and you will click this share, and then you'll come here and you need to make sure that you change this to be anyone with the link. By default, it's restricted. It needs to be changed to anyone with the link. You click copy the link and then done. Now you have a shareable link to your workbook or your notebook. That's one thing I need. I need access to it in the future. I also need a copy of what it is right here and right now. We'll come over here, File, Print, right, and it's loading a preview. There's your workbook. Make sure you expand everything out and you can see everything in here. Okay. Now, back up. On the left side of my screen, I have the ability to expand things out. If I add in multiple code blocks and I collapsed this, it says cells hidden. I don't want to see cells hidden on there. I want to see your code. So make sure everything's expanded and you can see the code. We'll go back, File, Print, set it to PDF. So I'm going to save as a PDF. Make sure you can see everything in there that you've done. It's all clear, coherent. I see it all. I see your name. I see the code you wrote. Any comments, white space, everything. Make sure you run those code blocks before you do this, because I will not just see your code, I will also see the results down below it. Okay, and then you'll click Save. Now, how do you know these things have been run? Well, here's an example. I ran it. There's a green checkbox there. If it displayed something, it would print out down below it. Same thing here. Run it. And run it. So before you save the PDF, run it so I can see your outputs. Now, that's a snapshot in time. The PDF is a snapshot in time of what your code looks like prior to the due date. All right. It'll be time stamped when you do it, so I'll know when you did it. If you modify the code after the submission, that link that I have that you came over here and shared, that link is whatever your code looks like at the point in time that I access it. So with that said, the two things I need, the PDF, snapshot in time, the link, access to your code. Please don't go change it after you've submitted it. If you change it after you've submitted it, and it's before the due date, submit an updated version of the PDF. If you change it after the due date, we can have an issue. Don't change it after the due date unless I have already graded it and there are no issues with the grade. Let me say that again. Once you submit it and you're content with everything you've done, met the expectations, and I'm very objective about this. Here's the objective. Did you meet it? 10. Did you kind of meet it? Less than 10. Did you not meet it at all? Well, okay. So it's not common. It's it'd be quite rare that I give 0 points. Okay. Now, with that said, let's say it one more time. Submit your code, link to your code, submit the PDF. Don't change what's in that notebook after you've submitted it. Right? If you do, and it's beyond the due date, we can have an issue. Because that link is to a dynamic thing. And don't change it until after I've graded it if you want to go play with it again. Just leave it alone. All right. I can see when it's been changed. So if you submit it, let's say it's due on, say, September 24th. It's just an arbitrary date. And I go in there and I look, and it's last changed or last saved, whatever it may say, and that's after the due date, we've got an issue. Now, just because you access it does not mean something's changed. When it says something's changed, it means you went in there and modified something. So it should be fairly straightforward. PDF and a link. Now, when you go into submit it in Canvas, all right, you're going to go in and you're going to submit it. And let me see. I'm going to look at it in student view. It says I can't access it yet. All right. What you're going to submit is the PDF. You'll add a comment to it, which is your link. Right. So you have the attachment is the PDF. The comment is your link to your notebook. Right. Only requires one submission. The PDF attachment and the comment, which is the hyperlink. If you got questions, reach out. Use your third-party communication, whether it's Discord or WhatsApp with the rest of the group, or the inbox over on the left, reach out there, or there's a discussion in Module 4. I'm going to pop over here. Go to it. That discussion in Module 4. I actually need to add it into the module. But here it is, Notebook 1 discussion. Go in there and ask questions. Ask questions to me, others, whatever. Anywhere you can get help, if you need help, there's a lot of different avenues for you to get help. So, we'll see you moving forward.